Hey guys, Pride here. I have a new deck profile for you guys. As you can see, it is dinomorphia. I recently edited the list a bit, and I think it's pretty good. And I honestly took the locals lesson, and I did actually really well, believe it or not. Anyway, for the main package, we run 3 dinomorphia Theresia. This card is like basically the main one you want to start with. You play this card, normal or special summon, and you could take any dinomorphia trap card and place it face down. You just can't use it that turn. It's pretty much as if you set it from your hand. And just like the other main deck monster, if this card is destroyed, you can banish the trap card from your graveyard, special summon one level 4 below dinomorphia monster from your graveyard, as long as it's a different name than this one. 3 Dinomorphia Diplos. When this card is summoned, it's basically Foolish Barrel for any Dinomorphia card except itself. And they both have interesting effects if your life points are below 2,000. If this card uses its effect and you're below 2,000, it gains 500 attack. This card will deal 500 points of damage. Next up, Dinomorphia Frenzy. This card lets you fuse some using materials from your main deck and extra deck, 1 each. And every Dinomorphia normal trap has a same bottom effect. You can banish this card and you don't take effect damage the entire turn. 3 Dinomorphia Domain, another fusion trap letting you fusion summon from your deck, hand, or field. 2 Dinomorphia Alert, allowing you to special summon up to 2 Dinomorphia monsters from your graveyard, so long as their combined level equals 8 or less. Also, they can't attack that turn. 3 Dinomorphia Intact. It's pretty much just an in-archetype Solemn Strike, to be honest with you. And this is a counter trap, and all Dinomorphia counter traps have a different ability than the normal ones. You can banish this card to avoid battle damage from one attack. Although this one also has a cool ability, because once it's activated, and it resolves, any and all battle damage will just cut your life in half. So if your opponent attacks you directly with the blue eyes and you have like 500 life left, congratulations, you're now down to 250, because that's all they could do. Now, I did add a lot of counter traps, so I think it's time we start using Dinomorphia Reversion. It's pretty much transaction rollback, but for counter traps. The only caveat is you need a Dinomorphia fusion monster to be face up on the board in order for you to activate this trap card. Next up, Dinomorphia Sonic, pretty much just a spell and trap negate. It's a Solemn Judgment. And then once it resolves, you destroy one of your face-up Dinomorphia monsters to get their trigger effect. Best part is, each one of those traps cuts your life points in half. And now for non-engine, I run 3 Pod Duality as the only spell. Next up, I run 3 Soul of the Supreme King. You'll find out why later. Obviously, this card summons Zarg, and then you can banish this plus Zarg to summon the dragons. But you'll see why what I'm running in the extra deck later. Next up, I run 3 Trap Trick because we really want to see our fusion traps in any way possible. 3 Fair Flames because honestly, this card is straight broken as hell in this deck. Once activated, your opponent has to shuffle back cards, their choice, cards from their monster zone and extra monster zone back into their deck until their combined attack equals your life points or less. Next up, 3 Iron Thunder, 3 Solemn Strike. Now, I'm also running 2 Dragon's Mind. This card is insane, but it can only be activated if you control a monster with either 2500 defense or attack. And if this card is in your graveyard and you still control that monster, next turn you can set it directly face down in the field again, but it's banished if it leaves the field again. And in order to bring it back, you do have to pay 2500 life points, sorry. But honestly, you hardly have to worry about that. Because a lot of times you'll be using this with Stealth Bergia, and that card's effect is insane. I'll get into that later. For the last card, I'm running 1 Solemn Judgment because of the new ban list. Fuck them. Other than that, the ban list was amazing. Next up, we got the Floodgate of the deck. Dinomorphia Rexturn. This card is insanely powerful. First, while this card is face up on the field, any monster your opponent controls on their board, if their attack points equal or higher than your life points, then they can't activate that monster's effect. And it's a passive ability, so even if they summon Typhon, it's still not negated. Next, it has two more abilities. One, you can pay off your life points, and pretty much, say you're at 100 life points, okay? You pay half, your points go down to 50, and then every monster your opponent currently controls at a time, attacks will jump straight down to 50. So a lot of times you want to use this in response to an attack, so that way they crash in and take massive damage. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon a level 6 or lower Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard. Next up, we got 3. Oh shit, I dropped one. My bad. 3 Ketragina. This card is rather insane. It makes duels interesting because its attack points, its base attack is 4,000, but your life points are subtracted from its attack points. So the lower your life points get, the stronger they become. And also, their effect is pretty much transaction rollback. Pay half your life, banish one of your Dinomorphia normal traps, boom, copy its effect. And if this card happens to be destroyed, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard. Next up, we got Stealth Bergia. This card, honestly, 2 of them you use for Fusion Fodder for Frenzy. But you want to try to summon 1 because it's basically because it's effects. Because if this card is on board and your life points have to be 2,000 or less, normally your life points are going to be well below that. This card's passive ability basically guarantees you can use any trap because if you want your life points 2,000 or less, you can activate any trap card or Dinomorphia card effect without paying any life point cost. So I can still use Solemn Strike and Dragon's Mind Recursion ability despite whatever my life points are at, so long as this card's face up on the field and its effects are still active. And its next effect, honestly, you hardly ever use unless you're like real late game and you want to deal like a final hit. When your opponent activates a monster effect, activate this. It doesn't negate it, but your opponent takes damage equal to their monster's attack. And if this card is destroyed, just like Ketragina, basically you can special summon a level 4 below Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard. Next up, I run Zark and Odd Eyes Archway Dragon. This card is insane. First, you want to summon this off Soul Supreme King. Now, say they didn't activate a spell card for you to banish them. You can then tribute this and summon Odd Eyes here, and it's still treated as Zark, meaning the trap in your grave is still alive, like indefinitely, and you don't have to worry. Next up, I run each dimensional dragon. I run my fusion dragon. By the way, this one has 2,500 defense. Eyes Rebellion Exceeds Dragon, again 2,500 defense. And honestly, that's the only reason, because 3,000 attack, 3,600 attack, and 2,500 defense, just beat her so I could use Dragon's Mind. But really, you mainly want to summon these. If you do run the Zark package, these are the cards you want to use. Crystal Clearwing Secret Dragon, because it's a spell and trap negate. And also, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can activate this card. This card gains that monster's attack points and then becomes immune to monster effects the rest of the turn. Then, Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon. This card is also insane because while it's face on board, your opponent cannot activate monsters with 0 attack at all. That's including hand traps. So, literally, most of the hand traps in the game get shut down the second this card hits the board. Anyway, that was the deck profile. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later!